retention and also personalization. I was less involved on the ML side, but I do know that it's a big investment for Spotify and for other companies like Netflix that they're investing in bringing in ML teams. So that will all be around cohort analyses on retention models for users, and also for personalization, and looking across the data set of every song that's been listened by every user, and pattern matching across users to help kind of predict what other songs two similar users might like that they each have not listened to yet. They're definitely big investment areas for Spotify and other content providers.
Great. Any other use cases for machine learning? That sounds like a pretty solid use case, but are there any other ones?
They'd be the main ones, the retention modeling and personalization modeling that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay. And then what about sounds like that's predictive analytics as well, but anything specific to predictive analytics and big data?
Yes, I mean they know what patterns, let's say user behavioral patterns, they can predict if a user will or will not, let's say, convert to a premium subscriber based off of their activity in the first few days. So they know what behavior new user behavior equates to a user, let's say, in 6 or 12 months' time becoming a premium subscriber, and they can model that forward and kind of predict what future growth they'll have in their subscriber base as people convert from free to premium, for example. So predictive analytics and big data analytics in general would be a big investment area as well. They're hiring heavily to understand, firstly, how their existing users are acting and the patterns of their existing users, and then using that then to model forward and understand with a high degree of accuracy what future growth will look like based off of current day user activity.
Right. And the predictive, all of this machine learning, AI, predictive analytics, does that fall under engineering or chief product officer, or is chief product officer just like?
So it's actually a different. It would roll up into engineering, but it is its own standalone unit of analytics. Will be its own independent. It's separate from technology and separate from product. There would be an analytics function too, like a marketing function, for example.
Okay, separate analytics function. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to VR, AR, what are the opportunities there?
So very early days still for both. There are definite opportunities. So there are companies obviously looking to partner with Spotify. Spotify has the content, and there are AR and VR companies that are building out the AR and VR platforms that are looking to kind of pull Spotify content into those platforms. So, for example, one of the ones that I saw, which a pretty intriguing use case, is a AR company that's building a VR company that's building a version of the what was that video game where you could Guitar Hero, so a virtual reality version of that where you could put the headset on and you could drum in virtual reality to your favorite songs. So they would partner with Spotify to bring that content in. So if you wanted to drum along to your favorite AC/DC song, you could authenticate in with Spotify in the virtual reality program and connect in your favorite songs and play along to those songs in virtual reality, for example. So Spotify definitely wouldn't be leading the charge on VR AR, but they would be receptive to the idea of at least partnering and creating some partner experiences within those realms. But that for them to go full time on anything VR AR, it's not high enough priority right now. There's too many priorities that would lie above that. For the likes of a Netflix, I think the investment in VR and AR would be a lot higher. The ability to watch long-form content within a virtual reality is something that Netflix has already tried and tested, and I think it's got a lot of promise. So I would imagine long-form content companies would be exploring it further, deeper, and then short-form content companies like Spotify would really be just looking at licensing or bringing in the content as a kind of an ancillary or as a kind of a support value add to the existing augmented reality or virtual reality kind of use case.
Great, thank you. That helps a lot. Great. I think the next section I'm